What's going on, people? It's Mr. back in for the end of game review. It ended Forest 0, Luton 1. I've got Stephen. His face says it all. Stephen, where shall we start? From that game against Derby, from now, come on, what's your thoughts on the game?
Do you want to do the positives or the negatives first?
No, I'll start with the positives. Let's just start with the positives.
First half, good performance, good passing, good movement, plenty of chances. The turning, you know what, Ben, I said at the TV, as soon as Murray missed that chance, I knew something would bite us in the backside. First half, yeah, like I said, very good, just didn't take chances. Then, well, where do we start with the second half? Flat, poor, no penetration, no pace, no thrust, nothing.
Steve, I'm going to bring on getting Daniel on as well. Get his thoughts as well. Hello, Daniel.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Dan.
Hello, mate. You all right?
People, this is Daniel. All good. He's a Forest fan. We'll get your thoughts in a minute, Daniel. Stephen. Stephen, carry on what you're saying.
Yeah, just poor all over, Ben. Second half, just terrible. Like, you know, I've seen worse performances, but yeah, we had that Garner chance. Keeper pulled a good save. Second half, but there was only like, what did the players do? Like Knocker, he just disappeared. To be fair to Luton, second half they performed well. Like, they centre half, Naismith, was it? He cleared everything. Like, to be fair to him, and they two centre forwards are a handful. To be fair to him, but they were nothing spectacular. You know, they took their chance, and I thought few Forest players have played their way out of the team now, I think.
Daniel, before you do talk about Forest, I know this is Daniel. He's a DJ. He's on Twitch. Before we do start, talk about your DJing.
Yes, I'm a DJ based in Lincolnshire. Obviously lost my job through the pandemic. So just doing a few streams on Facebook and Twitch. I see that you put the account in the description.
As well, people, his link is below. So if you do want to follow Dan, he does fantastic music. So please go and follow him. He's a fantastic DJ.
I appreciate it.
But yeah, Dan, did you watch the game?
Yeah, I did, mate. Yeah, it was frustrating to watch it.
What's your thoughts on the game?
It was good to watch at the beginning. You're thinking, blimey, they're going to go and hit probably 2 or 3 in this game. And then sort of as the game kind of went on, it just kind of got deflated and more deflated. I think with Forest, I think they haven't got enough clinical finishers, really. They haven't got players who are going to go and score 2 or 3 in a game, or, you know, they just look like if they're going to win a game, it's going to have to be 1-0. But I think if they had players in that team that can score 15, 20 goals a season, they would have probably won that game 3-1. You know, I've been to Forest many years, and these lower teams, you know, sometimes bag a goal here and there, but if you can get 2 before them or 2 after them, then it's happy days. But they just need some fresh faces, I think, when the transfer window opens, and get rid of some dead wood. But they are looking better, a lot better. Especially now we're away from that relegation zone. I think they can kind of look up more than down. So, but in terms of the game, I thought they started really well. But just as the game went on, it just kind of deflated, I thought.
Stephen, any players that impressed you from that game?
Cafu, I thought, had a good game. I thought he didn't give the ball away much. I thought he looked quite solid. Garner, again, put his foot in. Knockout in the first half played well. Christie played well in the first half. Again, Worrell, you know, plays well every game. Figueiredo had a all-right game. I would say Ribeiro had a nightmare, I think, tonight.
I'm surprised that I don't know if you've seen it. At the end of the game, he got injured, and I thought he would have got took off. But
He nothing went for him tonight. He was giving stupid fouls at the end. I think Bong is our probably first choice left back at the moment. I think
that's the thing. The thing I don't understand that because, like I've mentioned, he got injured at the end of the first half, and we've got 2 left backs in Bong and Tyler Blackett. If he's injured, bring him on.
Yeah,
we've got the strength in there, and
Agreed.
I don't. Everyone knows Luton is stubborn with his subs, but Daniel, what players were not on the in game today?
Yeah, Ribeiro, I think. I would say, I think Cafu is having some good games, but with Cafu, I just don't think Cafu is going to be that type of player that's going to really, bright up the league and really change games. But he's one of them players that will just do a job at the moment, I think. I thought Lolly looked lively for the first 10 minutes, and then he just kind of went quiet. Knockout was knockout, liked his showboating, and will always do always put a shift in. Kravinovic, I thought he did all right.
No, I disagree. I disagree with Kravinovic. I just don't think he was on it. He was. No, I don't think he was on it. I just don't think.
I'd like to see him play in that role next to Garner. I really would, just to see what he's like in that position as well. But Forest have always struggled in that area, haven't they? That centre attacking mid, just beyond that striker. Since Carvalho. They've never really found that. Yeah. But
I thought Amiobi was not up to the pace of the game when he came on at all.
No.
This is about actually, Stephen. Like, we were poor, and we brought on players like Amiobi, Taylor, and it didn't even change the game, did it, at all?
No, nothing. No.
No.
And I think with Taylor, I think what he needs now is to start the game, because he's coming on in games and he's taking so long to catch up with the speed of the game. And I love Taylor, right? Great player, but he's on his backside more when he's standing up. And he's punching the floor. He's getting frustrated. He needs to start a game like he did in his Cardiff in the Cup. Give him a run maybe start him Saturday. Try something different, It's going to be a hard game Saturday. I think I might, at the end of the day, it's going to be a tough game anyway. So I think give him a go.
I think Houghton will start him, I think he will start him on Saturday. Yeah, I think so.
You've got to look at like I personally thought Taylor would have started today, because I'm not saying like Murray, he has come to Nottingham Forest and he's been great. Like he scored important goals for us.
You can't knock him. Yeah.
You can't knock him. But you've got to look after his. Like I said, he's not a player that he's not going to score a handful of goals for us. And like I said, we've got players like Graben. I know whatever Graben's appealing to Graben. Lyle Taylor, I rate Taylor as well, and he can still do something for us. But people in the comments, would you start Taylor against Watford? Yes or no, and give Murray a rest? Daniel, our midfield, the people have been praising our midfield for the last 3 or 4 games, and today, not on it. Like players like Gardner, Cafu, Lolly come back into the team today and didn't do nothing as well. What was your opinion on the midfield?
Again, Cafu, I think he's just plain and simple. I mean, you saw his shooting ability today. I think he tried a few, didn't he? I think with Garner, I think he's a great player, Garner. I really do think he's a great player, and we'll be so lucky to even just have him on loan again next season. I think that'd be a massive signing if we could get him on loan again next season. I thought today he was bang average. With Kravinovic, I think he tries. He's one of them players. He tries, doesn't he? He never really gets his head down. But it's just about the players around you, isn't it? When Lolly's in the form he is, he's not really in great form, is he? It just doesn't really link up well. But the first 10 minutes, I thought they all played well, and I thought first half they played really well, and then Luton had a chance at the end, didn't they? end of the first half. And then just as the game went on, especially when they scored, it just got more and more frustrating to watch. You know, again, the ref was making some decisions where, you know, I saw Worrell went up for that challenge on the goalkeeper and literally didn't touch him. The ref gives a free kick. I couldn't believe that. Really couldn't believe that.
Sorry, I was going to give a question. This is from Lennon. Shout out to Lennon. We couldn't score in a brothel. Lolly's people begged him to come in to play for the team, and he does nothing again. I think Yates is missed for the team. Stephen, did we miss Yates?
Well, Yates' performance last week against Rotherham, innit? Like we said last week, Ben.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't understand.
I think, yeah, like I've had my doubts about Yates in the past, right? But what I would say, I think, going from the Derby game to this game now, and from what Yates did last week, it shows what he does bring to that team.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he would have made a big difference tonight, because he's not really a player who's going to open them up, but he would be one of them players to say, lads, wait, come on, wake up. Come on. You know, he's one of them leaders like a Worrell, verbal, pump the team up. Because in that second half, we were nothing going forward from the midfield forward, nothing at all. Like I said, no penetration going forward. Very frustrating to watch. And I think Yates has missed badly, in that regards.
People, if you are new to the channel, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. And if there's any questions that you'd like to ask me, Stephen and Daniel, please put in the comment section. And if you want to donate to us as well, please donate. But important, put a question towards it if you can, because there's a lot of questions I can see, but there's quite a lot going. There's a question that agrees with you. Yes, I agree, Adrian. Blah blah blah. So I'm just looking at the questions. Daniel, like I said, Lolly, he didn't play the last two games against Rotherham or Derby.
Yeah.
Come back today, didn't do nothing.
No.
Would you play him against Watford on Saturday?
Me personally, I think Lolly. I think his only real decent position is on the right, because he's that type of player. Cuts in on his left. You know, that's where most of his goals come from. You know, cuts in. You know, a bit like Knockout. So I do feel a little bit sorry for him when he gets played on the left, but he's just not the player he, just not the player he was years ago. You couldn't believe that teams like, was it Villa that was after him for like 10 million or something?
Yeah.
You know, you imagine putting a price tag on him now. I think you'd be lucky to get $1 million from him. I really do, because he's not the player, you know, he was. You know, transfer window will come. I think we'll be in for a bit of a surprise with some players.
I mentioned that the Luton goal, it came from the right side again. Christie and Figueiredo. Again, Stephen, like I saw on social media yet again, the negative fans going for them too again. Do you think they deserve their? I'm not saying abuse. The criticism from them too.
The thing about it, Ben, is that you've mentioned a lot in these videos about the Christie saga. Is he good enough? You know, and all that. And you keep on mentioning it comes from that side, and Figueiredo is that side. And we need to look at the stats then, and look at the goals we've conceded that side. And I am looking at myself. Maybe someone will out there. You do get people look at stats like that. And the ratio of goals coming from that side. I remember one goal against Coventry away came from that side. He tucked in bottom corner. That's just one that sticks out for me. Yeah, obviously the goal against Derby last week, obviously Figueiredo. So when you start thinking, if you sit back and think of the goals you've conceded, Connor Roberts, goal against Swansea, that ball came in from Christie's side. So when you start thinking about it more, okay, is it a weak link there then? But then we all know the central partnership is going to be Worrell McKenna. So, I mean, is it a case, who's the weak link? Does anyone know? Is it Figueiredo? Is it Christie? Or is it the both of them together? Does anyone know? I don't know.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I just can't put my finger on it.
And question for you, Daniel. Like I said, it's come from Figueiredo. So, would you bring in MEMPHIS on Saturday against Watford? Because like he's not even getting a game. Like when's the last time he's come on for Forest?
I don't get where he really disappeared, because I thought he was playing well. and then all of a sudden he just kind of disappeared in the team. And sort of like
that good game against Millwall away.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Like, do you think Houghton doesn't trust him?
You never know what goes on in the background. I mean, there was rumours that he was going to leave, wasn't it, in January? Can't remember where he was linked to now. Or was it loan? Was it? Yeah.
I think it might have been loan.
Yeah.
We paid £5 million for him, so.
Yeah. I would play Sal though. I definitely would play Sal.
Maybe Houghton sees him as someone for next season. Maybe I think Figueiredo will leave in the summer, so I think it'll be Worrell, McKenna, and Sow as our 3 centre backs, and maybe Tyler Blackett as a 4th, who can fill in as a left-sided centre back.
Yeah.
So that'll be our 4 centre backs next year, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I was talking. Me and Craig was talking about in the watch along about we've got so many centre backs like in MEMPHIS, we've got like in Dawson can't even get in the 25 squad. Would like Watford? They're a team they can bully other teams, and
they got good front 3 they have.
Exactly. Would you change the formation? Like, I don't know, play a 3 at the back, bring MEMPHIS in, play alongside Figueiredo or Worrell? Right. What would you change? Would you change anything for the Watford game?
I rate Mbesau. I really do rate Mbesau. I was a bit disappointed that he played. Yeah, I was a bit disappointed that he played that centre defensive mid role in the cup. He didn't have a good game, but that's not his position. You know, he's a centre back. He's a big tanker, I think, and I think he's a decent player. I'm not personally a fan of Figueiredo. I think he has some good games, but I just think he's a bit of a liability at times. You know, the amount of goals he gives away, you don't really get that with Worrell. You know, he just kind of gets rid of the ball, no messing about. I think Figueiredo kind of, you know, he leaked a lot of goals for us. But when McKenna's injured, and he's not obviously picking Sal, that's the only real options you've got, to be fair. And obviously, you can tell Dawson's possibly finishing out at Forest, which is a shame. I'd have liked to have seen him play. But yeah.
But like I said, people, it's just trying to everyone have an opinion. People might disagree with Dan. People might disagree with Stephen. Like I said, everyone's opinion about everyone about each player. I don't know. I think we're about still 12 points from playoffs.
11 points from relegation.
11 points from relegation, and these next bunch of games. It's tough.
It could make or break. Yeah, it could make or break us because if other teams below us catch up.
I was about to say to you, Stephen, I don't like people in the comments. What's the next fixtures? Can someone put them up?
Watford.
Watford. We've got Brentford.
We've got Norwich.
Stephen, where do we get from here? Like, is this definitely a make and break? If we've
got Reading home.
Oh, don't! Oh, for fuck's sake!
I know we may. Going by that second half tonight, I can't see us getting much Saturday because they are strong. Watford are strong. I think we might get some change out of Reading at home.
I think Ryan Yates will be back. I think this is that's kind of game that Ryan Yates needs to be in. But the problem is, it's not a James Garner game. Garner's not a player that can get physical in that midfield. I think I was saying to Craig, would you play at number 10? But he's not a number 10. He's the player that he likes to spread the ball left and right. And who would you play alongside Yates if Yates did come on? And people in the comment section, would you bring Ryan Yates in? Like we've got players exactly. We've got players like Sam Bissau. Harry Archer can't get in the team, and Watford is going to be a massive, massive test. If Ryan Yates comes on, who would you put in that team, especially that midfield?
He's Watford. I think I would keep. No, I'd put Yates and Cafu in. I think.
Okay.
Cafu's a bit more physical, isn't he? I think, like you said, it might not suit Gardner. I think he can come on maybe as the game later on loosens up
Yeah,
a bit.
but to be fair, Gardner might have a point to prove because it's a team that he didn't do.
Yeah,
He
true.
didn't have.
I did actually think of that tonight going into the Watford game. I thought Gardner may have, and Marie as well.
Murray as well. So players like Murray and Gardner, they got a point to prove against Watford. But this is my opinion, people, and you might disagree, you might not. I would love to have Ryan Yates in the team. If it was me, people put in comments as well, I will have Ryan Yates. I know it's not going to be a Gardner game, but just test them too. Because you can say, have we got something? If we've got anything to lose on that game,
exactly.
I would say, Daniel, what would you be your midfield to, or the whole midfield? Because like we've got loads of midfielders. Like we've got like Myton, Abiobi, like Joe Lolly again, not good enough. Like, what midfield would you put in that team?
I rate Myton. I do rate Myton. If it was my choice on the wings, it would be Knockout and Myton every day of the week. I rate Sal. Totally agree with what you both said about Yates. You know, he's that type of player. He's not going to really open things up, but he puts a shift in. You know, he's not scared to jump and get in the tackle. So I think with me, for the two midfielders, I'd probably go for Watford, probably Yates and Sal, I would. But then you've got Jack Colback as well, you know, who can also play there. You know, who used to be a very, very good player, I think. You know.
What, Colback?
Yeah, he used to be a very good player, yeah.
Like, I think I've had a mixed opinion about Colback as well. Like, to be fair, if you look at it, it is a Colback game against Watford because it's like he's not afraid to get a tackle in. But
I haven't rated him this season. Not this season. I haven't rated him. When he was on loan. No, not this season. I haven't. Obviously, I know he hasn't played much. When he played under, was it Karanka? I thought he was great. I thought he was brilliant.
The first time he came.
Yeah,
first time
I thought he was brilliant.
The first time he came, but you know, the second time, I say this to everyone: 15 bookings in one season.
Yeah,
that annoyed me. And when he come back, yes, everyone thought that he can be a replacement for Watson, but it's Watford, their physical side, and it could be a game for Colback, Yates, even like I said, Sam Bissau. But as I was saying, would you drop Cafu and Gardner? And this is the problem. I think.
Yeah.
Right, Stephen. Is it a good problem for Houghton to sort out for this game against Saturday?
Well, like you say, he's got plenty of options to choose from. It's just what kind of game does he want to go for? He might just want to go there, which we all be landed with a point. You know, come away from a point there Saturday would be amazing result. But he may go there and tighten up and go, do you know what? I'm going to put Sam Bissau in there with Yates and just tighten it all up. And you know what? We might be bored for 90 minutes. I won't care. If we come away with a point, I don't care if we bore the TV audience to death. As long as we get a point. Because after that tonight, we will take a point now. Most definitely. Because I was hoping if we win tonight, would make that cushion over the bottom three a bit more. But losing tonight now, going to these run of games of these next 5 games or 6 games, that's really put us looking over our shoulder now. I'm sweating a little bit now because, you know, Derby got thumped tonight, fair enough. Coventry lost, but, you know, if Rotherham win tomorrow, it's back to 8 points.
That's right. Yeah.
Last but not least, lads, ratings. What player was good for you? What players was bad? I'll start with you, Stephen. What player was good?
So if I had to give one, the highest rating would be... me personally, I thought Cafu had a good game. He just, I don't know, it was so bad in the second half. I just have to pick someone. I'd probably say, I know exactly. I would probably say Cafu, probably give him a 7. The worst player, Ribeiro, by far. He just had I know you said he picked an injury, but I think he just had a shocker. I think he really, some of the passing, he gives stupid free kicks away at the end, bit, you know, just naive, jumping in at tackles. So I think, Cafu for me. Oh, and can I just say about Samba as well? I was going to scream at that TV if my kid wasn't sleeping. The throwouts at the end, and he threw it straight to them, kicked it straight to them. Oh, I was like, what's he doing?
Yeah.
That was frustrating. That just summed it up. You just know when Samba's doing that, you just know it's going to be one of them nights.
Daniel, who's your best person? Who's your worst? Start with your best.
I'd probably say Cafu as well. I thought Knockout was good first half. Although they was putting like 3 players on him every time he got the ball. Obviously,
I think that's what they did. Yeah, to be fair,
yeah,
they sussed him out second half.
Yeah. I think I agree. Yeah, Cafu and Ribeiro, and I'm really worried for that left back position on Saturday because obviously they've got that Sarr, is it?
Sarr as well.
Yeah.
And what a player, and he's going to be a handful.
But yeah, Stephen and Daniel, it's been a pleasure. Daniel, before you do go, give a shout. As I said before the stream, Daniel is a DJ. Please go and follow him. His link is below. Do plug about your channel before you go, Daniel.
Yeah, just doing some live streams, trying to keep people entertained on the weekends while we're in lockdown. I know it's not much, but a bit of music can always cheer people up. So, yeah, my link's below. Just follow me on Twitch and, just play some good music for you all on the weekend. Yeah,
but like I said, people, after the stream, because I've got one person to come in, go and follow his channel. I said it's music. It just cheer people up. We're still in this lockdown. But Daniel, Stephen, it's been a pleasure. Daniel, thank you very much. I know, Stephen, you come on like all the time, but I know Daniel was looking forward to coming to this channel as well because he's been messaging me. But Daniel, it's been a pleasure, and hopefully before the season finishes, that you can come on again. Yeah, definitely. Yep, definitely, mate. But lads, thank you very much for coming on, and hopefully a better performance on Saturday. Yeah, let's hope so.
Come on, you ready?
All right. Cheers, boys.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Cheers, dude. But last but not least, I've got another voice fan. This is Ethan. Hello, Ethan.
Hello, Dor.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah, you?
Not really. The performance today, what was your opinion on the game?
Well, I was just going through the stats while I was waiting, and Forest had 60% possession during that whole game and 8 corners, and they had 1.
Wow. That's awful, isn't it?
19 shots and only 4 on target. That's embarrassing.
What was your opinion about the game?
Well, I think Forest just need to be more clinical when attacking. It's just like when Knockout came off the pitch, nothing was happening. There was no chances being created, and that's where it all went down.
What player was like? Well, I won't say everyone was poor, but what player did really disappointed you?
I think Figueiredo.
Figueiredo. What? Why?
I don't know, to be honest. It's just when last season, when it got to the last couple of games, you could see where he was falling down, and like in that game, you could sort of see it happening again. And it's just like same with Ribeiro. Sorry.
I don't know. I'm struggling now. What player did anyone perform in your eyes?
I think if I had to choose one player, I'd probably say Knockout.
Knockout
in the first couple, like not a couple of minutes, but in the first half, he was quite good, making chances, and yeah.
All around, like we was awful, and as you know, I was saying to the lads, we've got Watford next. What players, like we've got a massive squad, and I was saying about that midfield. We've got the 2 midfielders we had. It was Garner and Cafu today. In your opinion, what as well? People in the comments, who would you put in that midfield? Would you bring Ryan Yates in? Colback, Sambasau. What players would you bring in?
I think Yates and Cafu for the start of it. And if it's not working, bring Colback on off the bench.
Not Gardner.
I mean, as you said earlier, Garner's good, but he's not really that physical. And as Yates showed against Rotherham, he is physical. And he'll try and get in and try and score, which he did score. He'll try and create chances. But again, Sal, I don't think Sal would be good enough. I think, to be honest, I think he'd get booked.
Like always.
But I think Yates and Cafu.
2 more questions for you, Ethan. Was mentioned about Gardner and Murray. They got a point to prove against Watford because they didn't have a successful spell at Watford. Would you start them? Like I said, you mentioned Gardner's not didn't play well today, but would you start both against Watford?
I don't think Houghton will start Murray again. Because if he's been trying to work hard and he's been pushing and trying to score and doing what he would do at Brighton, then he's going to be tired. He's going to be tired during that game, and I think Taylor should start. Give him some time on the pitch, because as you said, I don't think Taylor's getting enough time on the pitch. Like when he in that cup game against Cardiff, when he started, Bong had a nice ball in and he scored. And as I said, I think if Garner does start, I think he will prove a point to Watford fans, because since he's been at Forest, he's been quite good.
He has, to be fair. Last but not least, I'll ask the boys out of 10. What your rating out of 10? Who the whole team? What was your rating?
For the first half, I'd say about 5. I think because Knockout was making chances and we almost scored. And then the second half, it was crap. So I'd say about 2 in the second half.
Yeah. Before you go, even whereabouts are you from?
Clifton.
Clearly, I say you're a Clifton lad. Then I know Ethan always wanted to come on. So how long? You are subscribed to the channel, but how long have you been subscribed for?
Since you started doing it, I think it was since the Leeds game.
The 1-2-0.
Yeah.
Oh, respect for that. Respect for that.
I was at that game, and oh my god, the atmosphere at the City Ground was absolutely amazing.
It was. But if it's been a pleasure. I know you wanted to come on, but hopefully again you can come on my channel before the season finishes. But thank you very much for supporting my channel, and thank you for coming on.
No problem, mate. Nice to meet you.
Right, peace and love. Thank you very much.
Right.
So that's Ethan. Right, I'm just gonna go through the comments. Sorry, I've not read them. Message from Carl. Luton did their homework. Came with a game plan. They did. They came with a game plan, and they've done it. And that's what it is. Came with a plan, and they won. Simple as that. And I said before the game, Adebayor, he come on, and he did well, and he gave Figueiredo and Worrell some problems. I won't say not just empty. I think the ball back 4, and he did the job. Warrington Red Dog, how you doing, pal? Cleveland is a good creative play, so even through these still, this is my point. Like Watford, they've got a fantastic midfielder, Cleverley. Sarr, he's a fantastic midfielder as well, right wing. So Houghton needs to think, who can we play left back? Like we've got Ribeiro, we've got Bong, even Tyler Blackett. So Houghton's got definitely got to sort out who's going to be the first choice left back for that game on Saturday. Any more questions? These next, how you doing, Ollie, YT? These next games are my days. I can't believe what I'm saying. These next 5 games is do or die, because I think, we're 12 points from relegation zone, and these next 5 games is, what can we say? What's people's opinion? If do you think it's tough? It's going to be a tough game, especially against Watford and Reading, Brentford, Norwich, and Cardiff. Congratulations, Cardiff winning 4-0 against Derby. And but yeah, it's these 5 games are going to say what our season's going to be about. Because if we don't get no points out of these 5 games, I don't think we'll get relegated, because there's worse teams below us. But we need to get some points. People in the comments, in these next 5 games, how many points would you take out of 15? Put in the comments below, what points would you take? It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. What else is there? Comments. I'm looking at his comments. We need to try and create energy for ourselves and come back from losing. Yeah, we do. I think that's when we game was at Coventry, was 1-0 down, and we come back strong. Game like that. But today, when Luton scored, we had nothing. Lackluster performance, especially in the midfield, like the Derby game as well. That midfield, I think, with our team to work, our midfield's got to work, and that's what I think was slacking. And players like Joe Lolly, where was he today? Didn't see him. And this next game is tough. But the next 5 games, it is massive. It's absolutely massive. But yeah. Pembroke Not said hi. Told Pembroke he's a bell end. He needs a haircut. Actually needs a trim. I'm really joking. But yeah. Right, people, I'm going to get going. But I said a poor performance. 1 to Red Dog, 5 points out of 12. Is that good enough? Again, people, before I go, put your comments. How many points do we need? In like these next 5 games are massive, absolutely massive. I don't know what to say, but absolutely massive, big games that we needed. But yeah, before I go, people, I've got my Lewis McGugan interview. I can't wait for that. But before I go, if there's any questions I want me to say about McGugan, put in the comments below. Please, like I said, if you are on the YouTube channel, please do hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. But yeah, another poor performance from Forest. We head to Watford on Saturday. I'll be doing the preview as well on Friday night. That starts at 9 o'clock. As well, usual watch along. The game starts at 12:30, so I'll be starting at 12:15. And then Sunday, hopefully, Lewis McGugan interview will be out. Thank you everyone that did watch along. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully that can be a better performance again on Saturday against Watford. If you're new, please do hit the subscribe button. Like if you are new as well. And hopefully a better, much better performance as well on Saturday. Can I say up the Reds? Who cares? Up the Reds, Forest. See you soon.